Well, we've finally made it to the destination, which is the Grey Gums Café. It was a quite long drive here and at rather high speed from the Triumphs. Of course, we brought the Bentley, which is over there, and let's have a look just quickly at this lovely yellow TR6. It's one of the later ones because it has the black vent in front of the windscreen. Here's a Stag. It's the Mark II, as shown by the silvery chrome trim on the sills. You can see it with the unzipped rear window. Here's a Stag in sable brown. Of course, most Stags were automatics. Gorgeous Spitfire 1500 with some very nice chrome wires, just like on my Herald, and that interior with the proper wool pattern and everything, and Spitfire mats. It's been very impressively restored, and it's got the big exhaust in the middle. That's probably from Rimmer Brothers. I've been looking at them myself. It's another blue TR6. My father had a blue TR6 PI back when they were not so old in the UK, and it was forever running rich and burning out the points. This one actually had a bit of a problem on the way here because his radio antenna dropped inside the wing and the nut which secured it on the outside flew off and hit the red Spitfire which was travelling behind. He's also taken off the chrome luggage rack which was on the boot. Here, of course, is our Bentley, as you would expect. You probably don't need to see too much of that, as it's in various other videos which I've made, and you can look at them on the channel. But I brought that because I knew that I'd never have a hope of keeping up with this lot in the poor little Herald. Here's the PI, the 2.5 PI that we looked at earlier. It's in a very nice original condition, but I know he's fitted adjustable shocks and springs to it, which is why it has that interesting and very good camber. This is the Dolly Sprint. She was in front of us on the way. It isn't slow, shall we say. Here's the Stag with the snazzy body kit that we saw earlier, and yet another green one with a very interesting exhaust pipe. Yet again a TR6, and this one which has some very smart wire wheels. Look at those, they're painted rather than chrome, which gives it a bit of a different look, especially with the white. Here's a Stag. This one has black sills, which I'm not sure what that means. Yet again with the automatic gearbox, and at the rear. Moving on, we've got this slightly smartened up TR6 with the rather roguish wheels there, but not nearly as roguish as this amazing Stag, which has a huge Rover V8 in it. So this will be the injection engine with the single plenum. So it'll still be a 3.5, I think, unless he's increased it, but it has the same initial engine as mine, but with a different plenum chamber to give it more power and grunt. I actually really like the body kit he's got on it. I think it looks very smart, but I'm not sure I'd have those wheels if it were my car. Lovely little TR3 here. It's the A version because it has the wide grille, and it's got some very smart little spot lamps on the front as well. I know this one's been around for ages. It's been in the club for years and years, but it's still in good condition, and let's hope it stays that way. Again, we have a TR6 and a TR250 here. The TR250 was a bit different. It had some subtle changes over the TR4A on which it was based, but this one has some very nice quad pipes on it, and this lovely patinated rear boot lid area. This is a very smart 2500 TC, even with 2500 Mark II on the wheels, no less. They must be aftermarket centre caps. I don't remember them being available in period. Oh, and it's got the original radio down there with the Triumph lettering at the top, which you might be able to just make out. It might have factory air conditioning, or it could be aftermarket, but it's certainly got a different knob in there. That's unusual. But it's not quite the PI, which is the other one over there. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. We've certainly come for a very nice run today, and we've gone at a really decent pace. We could hardly keep up at some points, but other than that, I will say thank you very much for watching, and ta-ta for now.